Alrighty, people! What's going on? How you guys doing? Today, Hell in a Cell 2016 just happened, and I'm here to do another one of these car reviews. If you guys do not know what this is, I just review every pay-per-view that I do, and I just do it in the car because I take my friend home, and like on the way back home, I just record my voice as I am driving. Let me take a sip of my Coca-Cola. But when Hell in a Cell 2016 just happened, and you want to know what I thought of it? I thought it was a damn good show. A lot of there was two, I would say, really bad matches, but everything else was either okay or great. And there were two really great matches on this show, and I think just those two matches alone, I can't look at this. Even if everything else was complete and utter shit, those two matches were so good that I can't look at this show and be like, that's a bad show. I can't at all, because the last two Hell in a Cell matches, which are probably the two you guys know, were just so great that I can't give this show a bad review whatsoever. So let's start with the pre-show match, which I saw the last little bit. I saw whenever I think it was Lince Dorado tagged in Cedric Alexander. I saw from that point on, but from what I saw, it was fine. Drew Gulak, that man was selling the back. Excuse me. I just had pizza and I've just been eating shit. All I had is pizza today, so, eating like shit as I normally do. But Drew Gulak, after he got the lumbar check, he sold the fuck out of that back. And you hardly saw people do that. Like, when he took that pin, his back was off the mat. But, everything I saw was fine. Cedric Alexander is just so good. He can excel more than the Cruiserweight division. I'm just going to say that right now. That was a pre-show match, whatever. Yada, yada, yada. Then we had the first match on the show. Rusev Machka versus Roman Reigns in a Hell in a Cell match, one of three. Not a triple main event. I'm not going to call it. The main event was the last match that was on the show, which I'll talk about later. This is one of three Hell in a Cell matches, though. I can definitely say that. And it was good. It was fine. It didn't feel like this definitely was the one match that definitely did not need a beat in that cell. Mainly because they just didn't use a cell enough. They hardly used the cell. I mean, this was really a normal match with steel steps, a little usage of the cell, and some steel steps. I said steel steps. What else am I missing? A steel chair, some kendo sticks. And that was it. And other than that, this match was fine. It was okay. It was fine, but the home stretch of it was really good. I'm trying to remember even what fucking happened. I do remember, though, Rusev got a chain from underneath the ring and put the chain over. He got Rusev in an accolade on the steel steps, which I guess does more damage. I don't know. And with a fucking chain instead of his hands, and somehow Roman got out of it and hit a Samoan drop onto the steel steps, and then a really cool spear that Ruru was on the steel steps, and Roman Reigns speared him off the steel steps. It looked really cool in slow motion, as a lot of things do, and it was a fine match, good finishing stretch. I mean, there wasn't really anything that was bad. I mean, it was slow like a Hell in a Cell match normally is. And it was fine. It was fine. It was a good match. Nothing bad about it. And then, so I give that a 6 out of 10. It's a fine match. Then we had Dana Brooke versus Bayley, which I didn't even really watch this match. All I know is Bayley won with the Bayley belly, as she should. Hopefully she can move on from Dana Brooke, because Dana Brooke is fucking terrible. Dana Brooke is the worst, and I don't know how she is on the main roster. If anyone needs NXT, that should be in NXT, that she should be in NXT. She's the one person that really should be in NXT, because she needs it. Then what else do we have? We have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson the Club. I guess, can you still call them the Club? They're not with AJ Styles anymore. I don't know. Versus Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. Great opening promo. I mean, Enzo and Colin Cassidy are the fucking gods on that microphone. They're so good. They are really good on the mic. Especially Enzo. Colin Cassidy, or Big Cass, whatever the fuck you want to call this guy. He's fine. You know, he's good. He's not great. He can spit out some insults though. But Enzo Amore has the personality behind the microphone. Colin Cassidy, I don't think has the personality just yet. And obviously they're going to want to push this fucking guy to the moon. Boy, oh boy, are they fucking have a hard-on for this guy. But this match was fine. It was a fine match. I give it like a 5 out of 10, 5.5. It was fine. It was good. Nothing insulting about it. Nothing was done bad. Everyone was in the right positions there. It lasted maybe a little under 10 minutes, maybe. And it was fine. It was a fine match. And the right guys won. Even though they've been like, you know, just been fucking torn to shit on fucking, on Raw. Especially Carl Anderson. That guy. Poor bastards. But, yeah, I mean, they won. You know, it was fine. Fine match. They won the match killer on Enzo Amore, I believe. Yes, on Enzo Amore. Fine match. Fine match. Good stuff. That's my stop sign. Waiting for this car to pass. I'm going to take a sip of my Coke. Shit. Alright. Refreshing. I keep on burping. I am not podcast worthy. Let's see, what else happened after that? So I guess that leads us to Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. This is my second match. I think this is my second match of the night. I think it is. I really love this match though, and there's nothing to take away from the main event. I kind of want to put it over the main event, but the main event was just, the women was just so good, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But so I think this is going to be my second match of the night. This was just fucking fantastic. Man, oh man, like so many great stuff, so many great spots. This was 120 times better than their Clash of Champions match. Now, there was a certain point in the match where Chris Jericho interfered, and I thought, man, you know, this match is kind of gone. I felt like it kind of lost its pace, but like that, it kind of like knocked the matches a little bit down because it was just so good without him, and then he came in. But still, this was great. This was fucking great match. Highlights of the match, though, man, a lot of great highlights. Seth Rollins hitting a Falcon Arrow on the apron to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens likes his apron bumps, man. You know, I guess his back is better than when he first came in, because when he first came in, supposedly he had a bad back. And now he's just been taking these apron bumps left and right. Well, against Sami Zayn twice in the Battleground match and in Payback. And then here. Man, but man, I give this like an 8.5, maybe a 9, maybe. But man, this was just fantastic. This was just great stuff. You know, a great spot where Kevin Owens had like, it was the weirdest way he set up these tables. He had a table on the outside, in front of the announce tables inside the cell set up, and then he had one leaning up from the apron onto the cell propped up. So Seth tried to give Kevin a powerbomb through it. Kevin tried to give Seth a powerbomb through it, and then Seth, which looked like he was going to do a Styles Clash because he couldn't get Kevin Owens up. Kevin Owens is a big dude, and Kevin Owens, but they got up, they recuperate, and he gave him a powerbomb through it. It was fucking awesome. It was sick, great stuff. And then it was kind of cool the way they got Jericho to get through, but the only thing the way they got Jericho to get into the cell, because, you know, the cell door is locked, but the way they got Jericho to get inside the cell was kind of nifty. They had Owens, he got a fire extinguisher, and he was going to spray Seth with it. He hit Seth with it, He hit Seth with it in the stomach, and he was going to spray him with it, but he didn't know how to use it, so he accidentally sprayed the ref, which I thought was kind of clever. That was actually really clever. And then Seth came in, and then but like the thing that kind of took me out of it was right away. Like it took the ref 2 seconds. The ref was right away in, which kind of took me a little bit out of it, but still it's fine. And then that's how Chris Jericho in it got a neat way. Seth Rollins gave the running buckle power bomb, the buckle bomb, but instead that he normally do to the ring barrier, which thankfully he doesn't do anymore because you probably know why, because he fucked Finn Balor up. And which, by the way, I talked about it. You know what? I talked all about it, about how I don't think the move should have been banned. At least not the one to the guardrail, but the one in the ring to the fucking turnbuckles is fine. I talked about all that in my thoughts on the Raw SummerSlam Aftermath. Talks about this right after Raw, right before the Raw Kevin Owens won the title. So yeah, you're gonna go listen to that if you want to hear in-depth detail thingy. But I thought that fucking, like, what was I gonna say? He did it to Chris Jericho, and then went right back in. Kevin Owens super kicked him, gave him pop-up powerbomb. Seth Rollins kicked out, and then Chris Jericho came in, kind of helped him out. And then Kevin Owens hit Seth Rollins with a chair, got 2 chairs, set it up, and hit a powerbomb onto the 2 chairs. 1, 2, 3. Here's your winner. Chris Jericho hit a code breaker to Seth. So thank goodness this team is not splitting up, because they are fucking looking. They are really fantastic. Probably gonna end up in a TLC. I assume they're not gonna have a match at Survivor Series, but this could end up in a match at TLC, which I'm all down for, because this match was really good. This match was really, really good. I enjoyed the hell of it. My second match of the night, I guess. And then what did we have after this? We had TJ Perkins versus Brian Ketchuk, which was whatever. Yeah. Part of the problem with this was the placing. The crowd was just not into it. After coming off the Kevin Owens Seth Rollins fantastic match, crowd was just not into this match. And then they just weren't really all that into it. Brian Kendrick, I forget what spot they did, but I think he came off the top rope or something, and he landed wrong on his knee or something like that. I don't know. But he landed wrong on his knee. He was selling his knee like, I fucked up my knee. Fuck me. And then fucking TJ came over to help. Brian Kendrick hit him with a headbutt and got him in the captain's hook and made TJ Perkins submit. I don't know. Brian Kendrick's whatever. I don't know. I think Brian Kendrick's an awesome wrestler, but I just don't think he's right to be carrying this division. I would have held the title on TJ Perkins until Graham Metalik finishes his Mexico dates, and then have him come in and take the title of TJP. But what the fuck do I know, right? I don't know. I don't know. It was weird. It just shows that they don't know how to book faces properly. I don't know. The only face that they seem to have got right is Cena, and that's it. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, they know how to book their fucking heels, though. They can book their heels pretty well, I guess. A lot better than they book their faces. But, whatever. Doesn't match. Like 3 or 4 out of 5, 10, maybe. I don't know. Then we had Sheamus and Cesaro versus The New Day, which was a good match. It was fine. I give this like a 6 out of, maybe a 5.5 out of 10, like I gave the Carl Anderson and Enzo and Cat. I give that one a 5. I give this one a 5.5. This was just fine. This was good. It was good. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It was good. It was fine. Nothing bad about it at all. There was just, I don't know, the finish was interesting. What's this car doing? I'm in the middle of nowhere. Weird. I don't know, the finish was really, really, really weird. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about it. It's the finish. It was very, very weird. What is that car doing? The car's just fucking... Anyways, the finish was, there was some fine stuff, fine back and forth. Beautiful tope con hero. That's how you pronounce it? Don't know. Tope Con fucking H something, and fucking Sheamus, or not Sheamus, it was Xavier Woods. I forget on who. But like just a lot of good stuff, a lot of fun stuff. It was fine. It was a fine match. Nothing bad about it at all. The only weird part was the finish, which I guess they're trying to drag this baby on. Yay. The finish was very, very weird. So on the outside, Sheamus holds Big E back. Big E. So I should preference this. Cesaro has Xavier in the sharpshooter on the inside. Big E is trying to get in there and stop this whole nonsense from going on. But Sheamus is holding the back. Big E kicks him out. And then Sheamus grabs the trumpet. What is it? Francesca too, and hits Big E with it. And then he tries to hit Kofi with it. And obviously Sheamus, the ref's back is turned. But Kofi, he tries to hit Kofi with it. Kofi reverses and hits a Trouble in Paradise on Sheamus. And as soon as he sees a Trouble in Paradise, the ref sees it, calls for the DQ, and looks like we're continuing this bad boy. Yeah. It was a fun match though, fine stuff. But at the same time, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. But at the same time, that as he turns around and sees that Kofi Kingston hit Sheamus, Xavier Woods is tapping out. So if it wasn't for Sheamus trying to hit Kofi, then he would have been they would have been champions. So that brings some more conflict to it. But yeah, like a 5.5. I wouldn't give it to a 6, but it was a 5.5. Fine match. You know, nothing bad about it at all. But nothing all that great. But at the same time, it was good. I mean, it was fine. Hey, I can't say much negativity about it. I haven't had a lot of bad things to say about this show, if you can tell. That just, oh my god, okay, that cul-de-sac that I just went past looked like there would be clowns in it. That just looks like a place that would, oh, give myself the shivers. Oh my god. That just looks like a place that would give that fucking clowns would be at. Like that's what it fucking looks like, man. Like I'd hate to live in this neighborhood. Fuck, there's just like darkness everywhere. There's hardly any street lamp. Anyways, moving on to the main event and match of the night. I give this a 9 out of 10. Charlotte versus Sasha. It went on last. A lot of people, I personally thought it was stupid for them to, finally, to not even prep, not even like stress, like not even, what should I say? Not even like promote the fact that this is going to be the main event of the show. I mean, like, I guess up until today, Vince's idea was for this not to go on last. And at the last minute, it went on last. I don't know. But, yeah. This is a great match. I just wish they promoted it. Because I feel like a women's main event match, or, instead of saying triple main event, women's main event would have drawn more people than fucking, I don't know, than triple main event. You know what I mean? But what the fuck do I know? I'm going back the same way. What the fuck are y'all two doing? What the fuck? Are they leaving now? Oh my god. Are they trying to follow me? I can't tell. Are they leaving? Or am I guess they're staying. I don't know, but I'm going. Ah! Why am I yelling? I don't know. Sorry if I just fucking blew out your eardrums. But fuck, what was I going to talk about? Yes, Sasha and Charlotte. This was great. So what they did was, this is the one time when they both came out that the cell was not over the ring already when they came out. So I had a feeling that this would be their way to get outside the cell. And they pretty much did the Ambrose and Rollins spot from 2014, except they didn't both bump off the side of the cell. What happened was Charlotte attacked Sasha early. rolled it outside. They went into the crowd, and then when they got back out the crowd, because they still had the cell open a little bit, because they didn't want to fucking crush them. And then by the time they got back, the cell was all the way down. And then Charlotte kind of got Sasha on the announce table, kind of. And she started climbing the cell, which I just got immediately terrified. They didn't do anything as crazy as I thought they would, but it was pretty crazy. So what happened was Charlotte tried to climb. Sasha stopped her. They got down. Well, they didn't get down. Charlotte got down, and Sasha was still on the side. And then Charlotte caught her, put her into a powerbomb through the announce table, and the way Sasha bounced on her back, it did not look pretty. It did not look pretty. Not look pretty at all. But it was awesome. So they do this whole thing where Sasha's trying to get up, but she can't continue. The refs aren't allowing her. And they get to the point where they put her on the stretcher in front of the cell, and then the referee's and then they're even doing the announcing thing. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner by forfeit. And then Sasha gets up, starts attacking a medic. I think he slapped a medic. And then the ref immediately goes, just freaks out like he's on speed. No, stop. This match is continuing. Charlotte's trying to grab the title and run away. But, oh my god, there's a fucking deer. Oh my god, every fucking time! I just yelled. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Every time I go on this fucking road at night, there are deer. And I'm so fucking petrified right now that I'm going to see another one. Oh my god. There's just deer everywhere here. Oh, I'm afraid that every little thing I look at now is going to be a deer. But, okay, like I was saying, try to stay on focus. Charlotte, then Sasha got back into the match. They started fighting, doing their thing. There was a cool spot where, Charlotte, like, kind of like, I don't know how she did it, but Sasha somehow gets on the side of the cell, kind of by towards the announce table, gets, like, on top of it, and then I think she might have been slingshot onto it, I can't remember, but then she jumped off into the double knees to the face on Charlotte. They utilized the cell well, they used the chairs, they got a table spot. My only problem with this match was so good, and then all of a sudden, the reason why I don't give it a 9 out of 10, maybe like a 9.5, it lost a half a star, because after the spot where they're both on the side, they're about to go through a table, and Charlotte and Sasha pushes Charlotte off and like she hits a table, she doesn't go through it. Nobody went through a table. They both tried, but nobody went through. It just kind of, after that, the match kind of it kind of dipped down in quality a little bit. It just went down. It was so great, and then after that happened, it kind of like sucked the air out of the arena. It sucked the life out of Sasha and Charlotte. It just, I don't know. It was weird, and it just seemed like the match. It didn't go downhill. It didn't like collapse or anything, but it just didn't have. It seemed to lost that like It seemed to lost that momentum and that heat it got after that spot. At that spot, you know, fucking being Botchmania. I am the table. But then what else happened? And then so then they get the table. Charlotte gets her in a figure 8, but then Sasha smashes her with chairs. It's pretty awesome. And then what else? And then they put and then Charlotte. The finishing sequence was they were really selling Sasha's back the whole match, and it's great that they're actually doing some selling. But I don't know. It seems like with Sasha, they just don't know how to book her on pay-per-views. They know how to book her on Raw. I guess they're trying to build a story with Charlotte beating Sasha on pay-per-views, and not on Raw. I hope that's the payoff, but I don't know anymore. You know, I don't know. But what did happen was Charlotte threw Sasha onto the table like 2-3 times. The table would not break, and because Sasha weighs like 10 pounds, and then after she hit the table the last time, Charlotte hit the what the fuck's that move called? Fuck! What the fuck is that move called? I don't remember. Oh my god, it's gonna fucking kill me. The neutralizer? No, that's Cesaro's move. What the fuck is that move called? Oh shit, I don't remember. I don't fucking remember the name of the move. Fuck! I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Anyways, you guys know what move I'm talking about. You've seen it. Natural selection? Is that what it's called? I feel like it's called natural selection. Either way, she hit that and she won. Which is surprising. I thought Sasha was going to win. It would have been a great story, you know, coming back up and having the face win in her hometown. But I don't know. They just I think they love Sasha, or they love Charlotte. They want this streak to continue, I guess. And I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this at all. I don't. It's interesting, but at the same time weird. Because it just makes sense for Sasha to win, right? I don't know, guys. But, no, yeah. It was a great match. Kind of a sloppy finishing sequence to what was a really great match. If the finishing sequence was better, this match would be a 9.5. Oh my fucking god! I'm stuck at this red light with nobody fucking here. What the fuck? This is the worst. This is officially the worst stoplight ever. I've had a couple other stoplights I thought were bad, but this was the worst. But yeah, this was a good show. A really good show, actually. Just really good stuff from just everyone, pretty much. You know, all the Hell in a Cell matches. There was one fine, okay one, and two great ones, and a couple other good, fine matches here and there, which I don't know, was all the show really needed. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you all for watching. I give the show a thumbs up. You know, with those two matches, I can't do it. Can't give the show a thumbs down. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys did all enjoy. Peace out.